Okay, so I'm going to do something fun for this video. For this video, I'm going to talk about the status of my ships. Shipping being as, pairing shipping. And I'm going to talk about them as if they were a fleet. Because, as Alexander Pierce said in Captain America the Winter Soldier, I'm not concerned about one ship, I'm concerned about the whole fleet. And ladies and gentlemen, I have quite the fleet behind me. So I'm going to talk about the ships and my status of them as if they were actual ships. I know that sounds dumb, but I figured, everyone calls them ships. Let's just talk about them as ships. And before we go any further, yes, I do have ships that some people may not agree with. That's totally fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. This is just me having a fun video. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that I'm the only guy right now that talks about shipping. There are other people, but I've done a lot about videos about them, so yeah. Let's talk about the status of my ship, starting with my flagship, as I like to call it. Marceline and Bubblegum, or as it's better known as Bubbline, Marcegum, and Sugarless Gum. I think that the Sugarless Gum is the most clever one, in my opinion. So, what is the status of Sugarless Gum? Well, the Sugarless Gum ship, Marceline and Bubble, that's the flagship, as I said. That thing is rolling at the head of the fleet, just be like, nah, bitch, we still going? I don't know why I'm talking hood, but I could just see, Marceline and Bubblegum passing by all these other ships, being like, yo, what's up? Oh, God. But no, this thing is probably the strongest. We all know that this ship is, in one way or another, we're gonna see this in the show. Cause you know it, I know it, they know it, the creators know it, and they've been in this season, especially with the Sky Witch and all the other interactions we've seen with Marceline and Bubblegum, even in the comics they get very close to one another. So it's only a matter of time before we see Marceline and Bubblegum eventually, get together, or they at least acknowledge that they have a relationship going on, but it's never been, in front of her. Because, let's face it, there have been points where you're like, Marceline's 1,000 years old. Okay, anyone that old, and we know she's had boyfriends in the past, obviously, with that dickbag wizard, whose name I can't remember. I think his name was Ash? Yeah, I think it was Ash. And he was kind of a dick to her, but she's over 1,000 years old. So is Bubblegum. And obviously, if you're that old, somewhere down the line, you're like, you've obviously played both sides of the field, or you're that open. I can't really speak because I'm obviously not immortal. But I think Marceline and Bubblegum, since they're both, they're both magically endowed beings, and they're very open-minded. They're both very open-minded people. So I can see either Marceline and Bubblegum enacting a relationship, or having one in the past, or, being like, hey, they've had one, and Marceline's like, you want to get back together? So, there have been points, one point when the Ice King shows up at Marceline's doorstep to start that song, Ice King clearly says, I'll have all the princesses, and you'll get whatever it is you're into. And you're like, I saw that. And then you had the Sky Witch episode where we see a couple of pictures with Marceline and Bubblegum a little too close to one another, and also Bubblegum inhaling that shirt. And also the Sky Witch said that Maja, the Sky Witch, said that this shirt contained a lot of love, and love has a lot of power. Pretty sneaky, Ward and the rest of the guys at Adventure Time. So yeah, as of right now, Marceline Bubblegum, that's the flagship right now. And I'm pretty sure that's the flagship for a lot of people for Adventure Time. So let's see, what's the next ship that's sailing strong in my shipping fleet? So, let's move on to Korami. Now, most of you guys know that I was all into Amora, but that ship unfortunately sank. And as it was sinking, it's not because of the season ending and Amon dying. It was because Amon was a terrible character. I'm like, wow, I ship those two together, man, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm gonna go jump another ship. And that's when I started getting to Korasami. And you're probably thinking, oh, he's doing 2 lesbian pairings, he's such a sexist dude. No, here's the thing, I hate Makora, because Mako and Korra are such bad characters together, and I'm so happy they broke up. And every time, and here's the thing, a lot of shipping is back and forth, even with Korra and Asami. Oh, Mako should be with Asami. No, she should be with Korra. Yeah. But when Korasami is brought up, oh my god, it's amazing, because when Korasami is brought up, Makora shippers and Mako-Sami shippers get together like, aww, that's so sweet. Because Mako isn't involved, because Mako's a terrible character. And the other thing is, it's generally treated with respect. Every fanfiction I've read of Korasami has them both in character, and both like, well, Asami's always been a great character, but Korra's a better character with Asami. It's like these fanfiction writers realize, hey, if Korra were into girls, she would be a better character with Asami. Oh my god! Yeah, so when the Amora ship was going down, was sinking, I jumped ship and took a lifeboat and rode my ass all the way to the Korasami ship. So that's where I'm perfectly fine. And that ship, because here's the thing, it's a sub-ship, so that motherfucker's gonna keep going. That motherfucker's gonna keep on rolling. So, yeah. So Korasami, we're doing good on that one. Because like I said, that ship is treated with respect, believe it or not. That ship is treated with a lot, and I mean a lot of respect. I've seen a few, obviously there are a few tasteless ships here and there, fanfics here and there, and fan art, obvious reasons. But for the most part, it's actually treated with a lot of respect by, both sides of the board, and even official Korasami shippers are like, yeah, we know we got the best ship. So, yeah, Korasami, that ship is sailing pretty good as well. So, yeah. Let's see what's... let's talk about a ship that sank for me. A couple ships that sank for me. In both of the shows of Adventure Time and Legend of Korra. First ship that sank horribly was the lost ship of Finn and Flame Princess. I loved Finn and Flame Princess. You guys knew that when I started talking about Adventure Time, I started talking about, Finn and Flame Princess as a couple. So that was the first time I ever talked about that on my channel, was the review of Incendium, I think the episode was. And now the ship's gone, and now as as Milan Jeftik 1992 nicely put it, she's with fucking Cinnamon Bun. And I think a lot of shippers are like, what the fuck? Now, obviously, you can't blame all Cinnamon Bun or Flame Princess, because the thing is, Finn and Princess Bubblegum kind of added to Flame Princess' obvious mental instability. But, there was a lot of character development for Flame Princess. She was learning to be good and all that. And to an extent, she took her teachings from Finn to ruling the Flame Kingdom. But, yeah, now she's with Cinnamon Bun, and dude, my heart broke when I saw the ship go down. Like, there it goes. It's like the Titanic. Everyone's like jumping ship or screaming. You could see people like, no! There are people, like, there's a little rowboat of Flame Princess Cinnamon Bun going, yay! You can just hear it all the way in the background, like a droopy sound. Yay! So, yeah, there's one. Another one going back to Legend of Korra. Another ship that sank was Boleska. That ship is apparently sank, but who knows? Maybe it might come back in Season 3. Maybe? I actually like Boleska, even though Eska turned out to be a incredibly insane person, but then Bolin went right back around and said, Eska, I love you, even though you're incredibly insane. So, I don't know if I just like how the characters played off more than the relationship than that, but yeah, that ship is currently sank for the moment until, season... Maybe Eska and Desna will come back in Season 3, and who knows, maybe I'll like it more, but I liked a little of what I saw, so yeah. So that ship is under the water right now, so let's get back to the other stuff that's still... the ships that are still afloat. Dipper and Wendy, that ship's still going. Took a few hits, but yeah, the Dipper Wendy ship is still going. We're still rolling. That ship's. We took a few hits, we took a little damage, but we're fixing it up. We're making it look good. You know, we're doing our best. So that ship, we took some damage from from Boys Crazy, but we're doing good. We're doing good. We're patching. We got some hull damage, but we're still going. We're still going. We're pouring that water out. We're not sinking yet, and we hopefully will not sink. Because I know the creator loves the ship, the cast loves the ship, and the whole team loves the ship. And the fandom, I'm seeing a lot of Dipper and Wendy fanfics. They're blooming like crazy all out there, especially with fan art. So so you have that. So thank God for that. So we're still going. Thank God. We're still going. We're still going. Anyway, let's move on to the next ship that's still afloat. Steven and Connie from Steven Universe. I think this is adorable. I just imagine how this ship would look like if it was an actual ship. I imagine it like a little fun tugboat going along, just going. I'm like, oh, it's adorable. Because that's what it is. Steven and Connie are so adorable. You don't see a lot of fan art between the two or fan fiction about them, but the fandom are pretty much like, oh, because it's so innocent. Steven is so likable, and I love how he plays off of Connie. It's so adorable. But the other thing that's kind of overshadowing I think, and this is totally understandable too, because I know how the fandoms work like this. The thing is that I think the ship that's really overshadowing the Connie and Steven one, and I can understand why, is the Pearl and Amethyst ship. That one I also like. I don't know why. Maybe because the fan art's so good, and I've read a few good fan fiction of it. Nothing that's really surprised me, but I'm like, this is good. But Pearl and Amethyst, because as all fandom would say, I hate you. We yell and bicker so much because that hides how much we want to have sex with one another. Clearly. So there's that. I mean, I'm on board, but I have a feeling that ship might sink, and that also goes well with Connie and Steven. So there's a danger there. So I'm right next to the lifeboats with those ships. Anyway, let's see, what's the rest of the status of my ships right now in my fleet? Let's talk about Randy Cunningham's ship. I guess Heidi and Randy, because I really ship those two hard. The Heidi-Randy ship is officially sunk, which sucks too, because I like that pairing. However, I am kind of moving on to the Randy-Teresa ship, because that ship's still going strong, because that's the OTP ship right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one where, obviously, they're gonna get together one way or another, so Randy and Teresa, I'm fine with it. I'm on board with that ship, but, right now, the Heidi and Randy ship has now become a submarine. It's still going underwater. It's just right under the fleet going, bong, bong, bong. Wow, I'm getting weird for this one. Oh God! You guys can clearly see I'm having a little too much fun with this with this shipping stuff. So let's talk about what else is in my. Well, actually, let's talk about my other ships that have set sail and are still going strong. Ed Marie from Ed Nettie. That ship's still going even though the port's gone, i.e. the show's over. But recently it's made a bit of a comeback because there was a strong number of Ed Marie, then it kind of lulled, now it's coming back up, so just goes with the flow, I guess. That ship is pretty strong as well. So we're good on that point. Arnold and Helga. Obviously, that's a battle cruiser. That thing's a fucking battle cruiser. That thing's gonna cut the swath of destruction all the way through. Let's see. Obviously, Tenchi and Ryoko. That ship's still going strong because the show's over. But obviously, I like Ryoko with Tenchi more than Ayeka. But yeah. Other ships are still sailing strong in my fleet. It's not really much of a fleet. It's more like just going. You know, it's just going. Well, in any case, that's pretty much does it for my end. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, I really want to know, what is the status of your ships? I really want to know the status of your ships. Oh, I forgot one. Another one that's kind of sank because, you know, the writers have no fucking clue what to do with it and just decide to make this character lousy, was Zuko and May. If you guys have read the comic, May left Zuko because Zuko was all like, "A year before Zuko's on" in The Promise, and May is now become a emo girl living with her aunt and uncle while raising Tom Tom after a horrible, horrible one-shot. So that ship is at the bottom of the fucking ocean. Fuck you. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. But, anyway, so there's that ship. There's another one that sank to the bottom of the ocean. So, yeah, the status of my ships is, we're doing good. Take a few hits here and there on a few sides here and there. But, collectively, we're doing good. We're doing good for right now. So, yeah, once again, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you got, if you guys, let's say your ships are like a fleet. What's the status of your shipping fleet right now? So, I really want to know, I really want to know this, guys. Let's have fun with this video. Anyway, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm out.